I think I'm way too self-conscious to not like require approval from people who I respect. I'm a very insecure person when it comes to my music, and especially when we're talking about starting a whole new chapter, like what we're working on now.
Yeah.
And that's only because until you've surrendered it to the world, you really don't know how people are going to feel about it. And even when you surrender it to the world, now we're in the times where, the first reaction is just people just want to say the funniest shit. So it's always like the album will drop at 12:01, trash bins, whatever. For any artist,
right.
it's like, I think people are more excited about, being top comment than being, actually really taking in an album and listening. But inevitably, you need music in your life. So then 2-3 weeks passes and you get an honest gauge on what you just surrendered to people.
I remember a line you said on Emotionless, you said opinions from total strangers take you out of your ways. Does that still bother you at this point in your career?
Depends on what narrative we're talking about, but definitely, of course, there's things, we are currently in a time where the stand-up comedian is almost like a newspaper, and the new comedian is just people with no filter on social media platforms. And while they are undefeated and extremely funny, of course people can start saying things that hurt you, that bother you, that you fuck your day up, take you out of your character, especially when they're just like, they're curated by a group of people that are ready for the downfall of Drake in this case. Right. So it's like, it can be some hurtful stuff, and when it's completely false, and when it's when it hits you, rubs you the wrong way. Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't know anybody. Whoever tells you they're not is not being honest.
Why do you choose to stay engaged? Like you're on Instagram, you're active, you'll like things, we'll see your presence, we'll feel your presence on Instagram. Like some artists can't find that balance and they don't want to be on social media.
I just feel like then they beat me, because I enjoy social media. It's good for so many things, I've met so many great people, so many great songs have come from me being active and me actually checking my DM, or me, I've had great friendships form over social media. I've met great women over social media.
Full disclosure.
But
that works.
Yeah.
Hey guys, my name is Saxable. Welcome to the channel. We're gonna talk about that Drake interview. I just wanted to share that with you guys, but what I'm about to do is about to really break that down. So guys, if you haven't already done so, make sure to like and subscribe to this video. Make sure to leave a comment what you thought about that Drake interview. Let's talk about it. One of the things he said was he asks for approval from peers. And as an artist, like me, when I first started writing music, I was about 13, 14, but I was very insecure about my music. And one of the things is, it wasn't until I got to high school and I started writing, and I would see people's reactions. And then once I saw their reaction, and they'd be like, man, this is good. That's when I really learned, like, oh, okay. So, the thing is, after Drake has accomplished so much, it's good that he still asks for his peers, like his opinions. Especially when starting new type of music. Drake has went through many different phases, in this music, from singing to rapping to trying Afrobeats to trying like type of pop, trying type of techno. He has been through so many different things. And one of the things that he talked about is when you release a new album and how people react. Like, people, this is in the era of social media, people going crazy when a new album drops. And a lot of people today, they just say, oh, music today is just trash. And the thing is, they just saying the music is trash, and then you got the other side of people saying, man, this is saying this is the greatest era. But you guys, you got to give artists credit when credit's due, because no other rapper has been able to sustain a hip hop career for this long. and do all the different things. You know, one of my favorite rappers is Tupac, and I seen Kanye West. He was like, yeah, Drake is the greatest rapper of all time. And I'm like, Drake? What you mean Drake is the greatest rapper of all time? So I'm like, okay. So then I'm like, okay. And then I started thinking, well, I'm actually rocking a Tupac hoodie. But anyway, I started thinking like, well, why would Kanye West say Drake is one of the greatest rappers of all time? And it started getting me thinking like, well, look how long he's been doing this. I mean, I'm 23 years old at the time of this video, but I've been listening to Drake since I was 10. That's 13 years. 13 years he's been on top. And, you know, I used to listen to him with Lil Wayne. Like, to me, that was kind of like my introduction to Drake. So I'm like, man, this guy has been, you know what I'm saying? This guy has been at the top for a while. And I started thinking, like, what other rapper been relevant that long? For so long? Like, I'm a musician, I'm a saxophonist, many of you know. I go out and I perform Drake songs for young people, and young people are still rocking with Drake. Like young people of all races, you know, not people of all races want to listen to Tupac, listen to Biggie. Not everybody wants to hear Thug Life. But when I go to Drake, you know, Drake is getting me through many doors just by playing his music. And one of the funny things he said is people want to be the first to comment. Now that I've been doing social media, I post a video and I start posting shorts, and the videos that people think are going viral, they comment and they say first, you know, all these different videos. It's like, why is that such a big deal? But the thing is, you know, people, you know, it's all about personal experience. People want to, you know, the fans want to be part of the journey. So that's why I'm building up, you know, my YouTube. And, you know, I set a goal this year to get 10,000 subscribers, and my Facebook is going up. Today we're about to hit 10,000 on there, and all these different platforms. So, you know, be the first to comment on this video and this interview. And let's see. Oh yeah, okay. I got two more things I want to talk about. He's talking about, you know, like I said, Drake has been on this for a long time. So one of the things he's talking about is pretty much he didn't accomplish everything an artist can accomplish. Do you guys agree? Let me know in the comments. Like I said, he didn't accomplish everything an artist today can do. Like, how much more can this man do? You know, he got the Grammys. He got, you know, he's been all over the world. He got the jets. He got the houses. You know, he did everything that you want to know and everything that you don't want to know behind the scenes. But we're not going to talk about that. But you know what I'm talking about. Everything this man didn't accomplish. You know what these artists do. This man did everything. But now pretty much people are just waiting for his downfall. Like, when is Drake going to fall off? And the thing is, you know, he's been in this, you know, this business for a long time. You know how these, you know, it's all about this artist come, then the next artist come, then this artist come. But Drake, he's been still here for a long time. So people are waiting to see when his downfall is. But lastly, the last thing I'm talking about is, you know, even after all these accomplishments, he's still very talking about how his presence on social media, he's talking about he's very engaged with social media, which one of the things I'm doing now is being engaged on social media because I see the importance of it. So these videos are going all over the world. We posting these videos all over the world. We're expanding our brand to over 1,000 people. Not 1,000 people, 1 million people are seeing our brand all over across these different platforms, and many of them are subscribing, following. So guys, make sure you do the thing. But like I said, Drake has been on this for a long time and he's still engaged. So guys, if you're an artist watching this, you're a content creator watching this, make sure you're engaged with this content, man. Y'all, make sure y'all check me out on all social media platforms. On Instagram, it's Saxable, Saxable. On Facebook, it's Saxable Content, Saxable Content. And TikTok is Saxable. So man, if y'all want to reach out to me for, you need a saxophonist on the track, you need saxophonists for weddings, You know, you need advice on how to grow your social media. You need if you're a brand, you know, if you need marketing, you know, I'm not just a saxophonist, I do marketing, but this is a little bit on this, my response to this Drake interview, you guys. Let me know what you think. Make sure to like and smash the subscribe button, because like I said, my goal is to reach 10,000 subscribers this year. And then after that, I want to just go from 10,000, 20,000, all the way up to 100,000. So y'all, like I said, just like Drake said, he wants people to be the first to comment. I mean, people try to be the first comment. Be the first to comment on this video and watch my journey to 10,000 followers this year or more. And we going to the top, baby. Saxable content.